How's it going, everybody? My name is Kris. Today we're going to go over the TLM 103, a real one and a fake one. In the past, I've made videos, or I should say a video, about identifying a fake TLM 103, but as new cases come in, I thought it'd be a good idea to share them with you guys so you can continue to have it fresh in the mind, and you'll see new counterfeits, possibly things I didn't go over in the last video. So up on the screen right now, you'll see that I have two images. Those are for my TLM 103. So this is a real TLM 103. A good guy by the name of Wesley in South Africa reached out to me and he asked, can you identify whether or not mine is fake? He sent this to me via my website. And so it's a good idea to check out chrisdoesaudio.com. If you have any questions, you could always PM me directly and I'll get back to you. So without further ado, let's just get into it. This is the first photo he sent me, and it looks like one of our boxes. However, I have seen fake ones pop off of AliExpress and Alibaba, so you do have to be careful. It's very possible they will look legitimate but aren't. This is the second photo he sent me. The first thing I'm noticing is that the screws are too far into the body. They should be flush with the body, so that's already a bad sign. We're going to move to the next photo. So now you can see on the right side, that's my TLM 103 again, and then on the left side is his. This is actually the rear of his capsule, and from what I can see, we don't have this white perimeter on the real one, right? We don't have these red dots on the real one. The back plate has way too many holes. And then also you can't really see it from the photo, but on mine, there are some brass screws on the top. His are silver. Another thing that I could see right off the bat here is that the wires are coming through the PCB. It looks like they made an effort to look like, oh, well, it's soldered above. But this, again, is fake. This is not real. The solder job is kind of piss poor. And this, I don't even really know what's going on with this. It just shouldn't look that way. All right, so let's move on to the next one. Again, just reaffirming what I mentioned there. This is just not how our wires are coming through. So this is the front of his capsule. So I'm going to go ahead and move this over to the right. And you can see what the real front of a capsule looks like there. Mine's going to have a little bit of Sharpie on it. It's indicating something to do with the assembly line procedure. I've got a clean looking front of my capsule, whereas his has these red dots on it. Disclaimer, I have seen actual TLM 103s with red dots on them, but they're a bit older. This just has so many signs that it's fake already that we know to disqualify it. Okay. Again, he's got the silver screws up here. Those should be more of a brass color, a gold color. Looks like our black wire here on the real one. I don't know if it'll let me click this. This is actually coming off right here, whereas this one's coming off the side of the capsule. All right, so I'll zoom out of that. All right, let's continue on through his pictures. This is kind of just reaffirming what we've already seen, nothing new. So this is where it starts to get interesting again. Look at the PCB board on this. He's got hot glue near the XLR connector. That's just a total no. This PCB board just looks nothing like ours whatsoever. What is that? Oh, it's just a capacitor, it looks like. Yeah, I mean, these components just, and let me move this over. These components look nothing like the reality, right? So take a quick look at that with me. You've got none of this black silicone. Those are the pins that would have come down through and onto the board. You've got a different layout of where the components are. You've got different components altogether. This is just a much more crowded and messy looking PCB altogether. Notice how the Neumann one just looks clean, well put together, and intentional. Okay. And maybe for the rest of this video, because I don't know that there's going to be too much different going on, we could kind of just look together and see all the different components that we don't have on the real TLM 103 versus the fake one. This kind of gives me a good kick. This one appears to have an output transformer. I could be wrong, but it looks a lot like a transformer. It's just wound copper. And yeah, this is supposed to be a transformerless microphone, right? So that just wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. And I believe that might be the last photo. It is. Cool. So this is your TLM 103 update. I hope this video, as well as others in the past, will help you continue to identify, what's real and what's fake on the market. Stay safe out there, guys, and have a good one.